Okay, Michael Bay is returning to the Transformers franchise 8 years after his last $600 million sequel failed. To be fair, almost every Transformer movie has failed ever since the third one. Yeah, the second one sucks story wise. I mean, they're all not the best story, but still. Michael Bay is officially returning to the driver's seat of the Transformers franchise with a new report confirming he is developing a movie for Paramount that he intends to direct. According to insider Matthew Bologna, Bay is making significant comeback to the series. He turned into a global phenomenon 8 years after stepping away following the release of 2017's Transformers The Last Night. The development marks a major reversal for Bay, who had previously sworn off directing Transformers movies after the disappointing financial performance of his last entry. The new reports also reveal that writer Jordan Van Dina is attached to write the screenplay for the project. Let's see. Bay's return to the fold. Hold on, I don't want to get to this real quick. Bay's return to the fold has reportedly been in motion since last year when the director initiated discussions with the Paramount with Paramount to re-engage with the franchise as a hands-on producer with the possibility of directing. According to Bologna, this reunion stems from a mutual need. And in the year since Bay's departure, the Transformers series has experienced a notable decline in box office revenue. At the same time, Bay has had difficulty getting his own large-scale projects off the ground. Still, this new Bay film is only one of several Transformers projects being explored at Paramount, which is also developing a live action movie from Transformers 1 director Josh Cooley and a potential crossover with the G.I. Joe property. Wait, I thought F. Gary Gray was doing the next live action one. What? Okay. Michael Bay wants to make another Transformers movie, and Paramount has to start production by 2029 to keep the rights. Okay, let's see what this says on X. This comes to us from Nick Field, whoever that is. And on X. Bay misses this is like bullet point things. Bay misses the bots and the mega bucks. Did you know that Michael Bay is developing a new Transformers movie? Okay, blah blah. Had five grows. He had sworn off directing the franchise since Shia LaBeouf. Since his Shia LaBeouf free Transformers Last Night earned just $600 million in 2017, big, but about half the gross of the previous installment. Yet the franchise had atrophied without Bay, and he himself has not reached those box office heights since, even complaining recently about not being able to get movies greenlit. Bay approached the studio last year to come back as a hands-on producer and possibly a director, and he's got writer Jordan Van Dina to work on the script. It's one of 5 or so Transformers projects in development that David Ellison and Skydance will inherit if/when the Paramount sale closes. Josh Cooley, who made last year's Transformers animated film Transformers 1, just closed a deal to pursue a live action take. There's also a possible G.I. Joe Transformers crossover in development, and the studio has 2 separate ideas in early stages. Hopefully, the Bay project will come together. It really is the perfect match of filmmaker material, and Paramount can take its time. The studio keeps the rights as long as the movie's in production by 2029. Okay, so here's actually what I have to say about this. There's a couple things. All right, so number one, let me go here. The worst Michael Bay movies that performed in the box office were the first one and the fifth one. The first one and the fifth one, Transformers 1 and Transformers The Last Night, or not Transformers 1, Transformers, the first movie, made a combined total of 1.3 billion, just those 2 movies. After that, after The Last Night, we've had Bumblebee, we've had Rise of the Beast, and we've had the animated Transformers 1. We've had 3 Transformers movies after Transformers The Last Night, the last Michael Bay movie. Combined, those 3 movies were 1.03. So the worst Michael Bay movies made more than arguably the better Transformers movies that have come out since. Rise of the Beast was good. It was pretty much a sequel to Bumblebee, but it was still good. Bumblebee was great. And Transformers 1, the cartoon that came out last year, was fantastic. That movie got fucked. So do I blame Paramount for going back to Michael Bay and Michael Bay going back to Paramount? No. It's like when you can't get out of a toxic relationship. Shit's annoying as fuck, but the sex is great. So we get the sex of the Transformers with Michael Bay. And so with that, he's like, hey man, you guys have made money. I can't get shit made. Let's make another one together and blow shit up and make some money. Now, given that his box office had an incline and then a decline, it doesn't change the fact that even his worst performing solo movie of Transformers: The Last Knight still made almost $1.50 worth of what these last, particularly the 2 live action movies, and it made 6 times as much as the last movie that Paramount released. So, is this a dying franchise, or did Michael Bay already have it in the gutter from the last couple crappy movies that he had? And then it made a bad influence on all the other movies. There's many different ways to work around this. And one other thing though that I wanted to get to was Josh Cooley, the guy that directed Transformers 1. If you guys have not seen Transformers 1, get Paramount Plus, get the free month or whatever, and watch Transformers 1. That movie's really good. And it's the origin. It's all robots. There's no humans. But if he wants to make a jump to live action, here's what I think Paramount should do. They should greenlight the Michael Bay one. And then they should greenlight the G.I. Joe crossover one that was teased at the end of Rise of the Beast. Have 2 different directors, have the Michael Bay do the Michael Bay movie, and bring back, I believe it was F. Gary Gray. That I don't want to be wrong on this. Hold on, let me double check real quick. Rise of the Beast director. Oh, Stephen Cable Jr. That's right. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was F. Gary Gray. Stephen Cable Jr. Yes. So have Michael Bay do Transformers. I guess it'd be his 6th Transformers movie, and have Stephen Cable Jr. do the crossover, the G.I. Joe crossover that they teased. You can do them different times or take 4 or 5 years in between. You have at the same time, doesn't really matter. But on those movies, have Josh Cooley be the 2nd unit director, so that way he learns from both of these guys that are familiar with the Transformers franchise, and he can then adapt what he knows from animation and what he's learned from both Michael Bay and Stephen Cable Jr., and then go on to make his live action Transformers. It won't be for at least another 10 to 15 years from now, but at least he'll still get that live action experience with Transformers in particular. Now, going back to bringing back Michael Bay, I don't disagree with this. I think that, like I said earlier, his movies made money way more than the other ones, way more than all the other movies. Whether it's a bad story or not, or a bad movie or not, it doesn't matter. The studio sees money, and he's made them the most money. So, and also at the same time, it's Michael Bay, dude. You get hot chicks, cool cars, and cool explosions, motherfuckers are gonna go show up to the theaters. That's one thing that I will say the last couple live action movies didn't have. Granted, one did have Haley Steinfeld, but she had an 80s haircut. It was no Haley Steinfeld from Sinners. And I mean the Sinners press tour. So, hey man, Michael Bay could do it. If anybody could do it, it's Michael Bay. You get busty babes, sick cars, and a cool explosion, and you're locked in. And also Shia LaBeouf, he's gone through his like up and downs in his career, whatnot. Bring him back. Bring him back. He does like little indie projects now, but hey man, bring him back. Why not? What harm would it do to either of them at this point in their career? Come on. So, with that being said, let me know down below, what do you think about Michael Bay coming back to the Transformers franchise? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Are you going to see it? Do you think he killed the franchise so bad that that's why these last few movies haven't performed, and his next movie is still just going to do just as bad as these most recent ones? Let me know all your thoughts down below.